You know that feeling when someone shows up for you just when you need it most? That's what Uber is all about. Not just a ride or dinner at your door. It's how Uber helps you show up for the moments that matter. Because showing up can turn a tough day around or make a good one even better. Whatever it is, big or small, Uber is on the way. So you can be on yours. Uber, on our way.
John Catsimatidis, are you with us, sir?
Steve Moore, I am here.
Okay,
Always
so
good
John,
to
the
hear your voice on Saturday.
John, the question of the day, I want your take. And by the way, this John Catsimatidis, he's the owner of this incredible radio station. He also does the Cats Roundtable every day of the week, from 5 to 6 p.m. So, John, I get to ask you the questions. So my question for you, John, what do you think about what Trump is doing? What do you think about this market sell-off? What should investors do?
Number one, the economy, it's the best it's ever been in our country. We're going in the right direction.
Okay.
Unemployment is down. Right now, did he take on more than he should? Maybe a little bit more. But you gotta, the top 5 trading partners the United States has is Canada and Mexico.
Yes.
And Canada and Mexico is on board. Trump is still negotiating. There are very few open items with them. And we're going to do a deal with Canada and Mexico, which is our top 2.
Yes.
Great Britain is not going to be a problem.
Okay.
They're number 3, I think, on the list. And you got Japan. Japan is our friends, and they will make a deal. So there's no problem with the top 4. The 5th one on the top 5 is China. And at the end of the day, China needs us more than we need them.
That's for sure. And
China is going to make a deal. With the China, the thing that President Trump is still upset about is they haven't pushed the button on fentanyl. And, that's a big item with President Trump.
It is. It's the leading cause of death of our young people.
100,000, over 100,000 people a year, and that's more than we lost in Afghanistan, in Vietnam, and Korea, all put together. And
okay, all right, John. But let me challenge you a little bit here because I'm glad you called in. Let me ask you about this. So, I was just asking one of our previous callers, it's estimated because of these tariffs, the average cost of a new car could go up by as much as $6,000. That's kind of a tax on the American consumer. Do we really? So what do you think about that? It's not going to go
up on the American cars. It's not going to go up on the Canadian cars. It's not going to go up on the Mexican cars because they're going to work out a deal.
Oh,
now,
I see.
Japan,
okay.
We're going to make a deal with Japan. Now, is it going to go up on the Mercedes? Well, you know something. Let me say something. France and Germany have been doing very dumb things the last 10 years. Very dumb.
Yes.
So it's time for them to say, okay, we're going to make a deal. Italy is going to make a deal with us, and they're a big partner too. Great Britain, I said, was going to be a done deal. Now, if you talk to President Trump tonight, if you see him tonight, or if you see him tomorrow, he's going to tell you there are hundreds of calls coming in. Everybody wants to make a deal.
I know. Well, that's great news.
If I don't have to drink French champagne, I couldn't give a damn. And if I can eat American fries instead of French fries, that's fine too.
So, John, John.
Yes.
I get it. But look, this is a great conversation. So here's the thing, though. I mean, we had this massive sell-off in the stock market, one of the worst weeks in the history. Let me tell you why. So why? Why is that happening?
At Capella University, you can learn at your own pace with our FlexPath learning format. Take 1 or 2 courses at a time and complete as many as you can in a 12-week billing session. With FlexPath, you can even finish the bachelor's degree you started in 22 months for $20,000. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu. Fastest 25% of students. Cost varies by pace, transfer credits, and other factors. Fees apply.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/Spotify.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Well, over-leveraged hedge funds. They got capital calls. They got capital calls, and they had to meet. And that's what caused the big item on Friday, and nobody's talking about it.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think that let Monday and Tuesday go by, and I think there'll be a great recovery.
You know what, John? I was saying earlier on the show, at the start of the show, that I'm buying stocks. You know, my wife and I, you know, even though we lost a lot of money this week, because we think the prices are really good, and if you hold on to these stocks for a couple of years, you're going to be really happy.
Let me give you an example. J.P. Morgan 2 weeks ago was $270 a share. Right now, it's $210. How wrong can you go? J.P. Morgan, nothing has changed at J.P. Morgan. Jamie Dimon is over there working hard.
Yep.
You know, Bank of America, it was $47 a share. Now it's $32. Now, I'm not saying you should buy brand X stocks.
Right.
But if you buy quality American companies run by quality CEOs, you can't go wrong.
I agree. I love the blue chips. I really do. I think, and even the technology companies, they've fallen a lot, and those are great companies too. I couldn't agree more. And look, as you know, John, the long-term real rate of return on American stocks has been, 6, 7, 8%. And every time we have a downturn like this, now look, I don't know if we catch. What's the old saying in Wall Street? Don't try to catch a falling sword. But you're saying you want to buy now. You think that these are values.
Well, I've been buying S&Ps, index funds. I've been buying J.P. Morgan. I've been buying Bank of America. I'm buying quality stuff that hey, I've been buying Goldman Sachs. How much was Goldman Sachs 2 weeks ago? How much is it today?
Yeah. Well, it's down. It's down. But look, the prices look good to me. And you're right. These companies are going to jump back. We're going to get it. So because we're running out of time here, John. So what you're saying is Trump is going to win concessions from these countries. We're going to get deals, and that's going to spring back the economy. But what I'm saying, though, and I think I generally agree with you, but what I'm saying also is China is a problem. And I am in favor of tariffs on China. I think they are an enemy of the United States.
They are not. They have outsmarted the Democratic Party.
Yes,
they have outsmarted the Democratic Party so many ways, and they don't forget they got 1,400,000,000 people. They can put 10 million people on this problem, 10 million people on this problem, 10 million people on that problem. They have us outflanked. I'll give you another example. They have 400,000 students in our universities, and they're paying the tuition. And those students are threatened by the Chinese government that if they need something, they better deliver. Otherwise, something's going to happen to their parents. And that's not fair.
One last question to you, John. We literally got 2 minutes left before we got to take our break. What do you make of all these attacks against Elon Musk and Tesla? I think this guy's a hero. I think he's a patriot for what he's doing and finding all the waste.
I think we need an Elon Musk type person in every state that receives
Yes, we do.
Money.
Yes, you're exactly right.
You receive federal money from the federal government, then you should play by the rules. I mean, the stuff that's going on with transgender, listen, you want to be a transgender, do it on your own, but taxpayers shouldn't pay for it.
Well put. John Catsimatidis.
And this thing going against women and having transgender men go and playing sports against women.
Ridiculous.
I mean, it is ridiculous. So at a certain point, I am a common sense Republican, but I like common sense Democrats too.
Me too.
But
me
the
too.
common sense Democrats are being terrorized by the not so common sense.
I know they
Democrats.
are. Hey, John, we're up against a hard break, but appreciate you calling in. Appreciate the way you have completely breathed new life into this radio station. I'm so honored to be on the show every 1 to 3 p.m. on Saturday, following the great Larry Kudlow. And the ultimate compliment I get from John Catsimatidis. Who's the second best economist in the world?
The second best economist in the country, in the world, in the solar system. Larry Kudlow's number one. Steve Moore is number two.